Peace and black power. I'm going back and forth in the comment sections of a video, and I'm being accused by what I take as a European American, what we commonly refer to as white people. He's calling me a racist. Now, either this guy's comprehensionally challenged or he's disingenuous. I tend to think he's disingenuous because I don't take his argument as a valid argument. It's a specious argument, and I don't think he's making it in good faith. The reason I'm making this post is because I'm going to use his disingenuous ass as a teaching tool or a learning tool. See, we can learn from a fool. This is why I tell you, one need not be a teacher in order to teach a lesson, and one need not be an example in order to be made an example of. So, for the guy posted under the name Mac Cunnifant, your ass just became an example that Brother Larry is going to use in order to impart some information to my brothers and sisters. Learn if you will, burn if you won't. Now, there is no such thing as a black racist. Now, that is not the same thing as saying you don't have black people. That's prejudice. Prejudice and racism is two different things. Prejudice and racism is two different things. Everybody makes judgments about a bunch of stuff. You make judgments about the stuff that you're going to eat. You make judgments about the places you're going to go. You may prejudge a place, but when you turn that prejudgment or prejudice against a group of people just because they are that group of people, whether you do it because of the color of their skin, the religious denomination that they belong to, or the battle that's raging today, their sexual orientation. If you turn that prejudice against them for that specific reason, and you don't even know the individual, but just because that individual is that color person, that type of person, that believing person, then your ass has a problem, right? Because you don't know that person. So for you to make judgments about that person makes you a damn fool. That's like saying he's a Muslim, he's a terrorist. Now, see, for my people here in America, the majority of my people in America would identify themselves as being Christian. Now, for me, Brother Larry, if you are white and you identify yourself as a Christian, I think it's fair for me to question whether you sincere or not, based on the history of white Christianity vis-a-vis black people in America. Now, that doesn't make me prejudiced. That makes me thoughtful. When I look at the history of hate groups like the Ku Klux Klan, and the Ku Klux Klan are Christians, when they gathered on Sunday and they went to church and they preached fire and damnation, and then they went out at night and they hunted down black people. That gives me pause. Wait a minute. They believe in Jesus, and they believe Jesus died for their sins, and then they go out and commit murder against black people just because they black people, and they want to subject them to their political will or their economic domination or their social manipulation to keep black people suppressed and oppressed in their society and virtual slaves. See, I have to question white people. I have to make white people question themselves about their sincerity and their beliefs. If they actually believe that there's a God that is watching over what they do and that will punish them for doing wrong, I have to question whether or not they are sincere when they act like that. Now, when I tell you that there are no black racists, I would point out to you that black people in positions of authority, however limited that authority is, do not discriminate against white people just because they're white people. That don't happen. You might find a black organization and you might see white employees. You might find a black institution and you might see white members. You might find a black social club or gathering or organization and see white members on the board, in the general membership, in leadership roles in the organization, because black people are not like that. When you look in black communities, you see white people walking around. As long as they mind their business, they don't have no problems. When you look at white communities, you see black people walking around, note that they walk fast because they watching out for you white people, because they never know which one of you fools is crazy. Which one of y'all might go postal. Which one of y'all might be in the mood to go coon hunting, because that's some shit that y'all do. Now, that's not every white person. But the good white people, they don't keep the bad white people in check. The good white people don't put the white people that's bad in their place. They don't say, bad white person, down boy, you can't do that to black people. They don't do that. They look the other way. So, you think that it's not fair that black people would be cautious of white people? You think that it's not fair? You think that it somehow makes us bad people because we view you with askance? We say, wait a minute now. You know, those are white people over there. They might be crazy. That doesn't make us racist. That makes us realists. Because that's reality for black people in America, that white people have behaved in a savage and untoward manner towards us. This is a fact. You use the criminal justice system against us in a racist way, which is why you see a disproportionate number of our members represented in the criminal justice system or the criminally unjust system. You use that system as a means of economic exploitation against my people to increase the tax base. You make prisons and then you stock those prisons with my people so that you arrest my people for crimes that you let your people go for, and you convict my people of crimes that you don't convict your people of. There are more crazy ass white people in the United States of America than there are crazy ass black people. Now, that's not to say there's no crazy ass black people. I know that there's crazy ass black people. Trust me, I'm not stupid. I know that there's ignorant ass black people. Believe me, I know that. But at the same time, I have to point out to you, Matt Cunnifant, that when you say black people attack white people with regularity, you are a goddamn liar. Because if black people was just attacking white people, that shit would be all over the news. That would be all over the media. The blacks is uprising. Nat Turner's back in town. It must be a rebellion going on because black people is just attacking white people. I don't see it, Matt Cunnifant. I don't see black people attacking white people. In fact, black people are the most forgiving people in the world. They smile with you. They entertain you. You see black women with white men. You see white women with black men. You see them mingling. You see them cohabiting. You see them getting along. Not in white neighborhoods though. Because you people are crazy ass savages. And when y'all see people socializing and getting along, y'all have a problem with that. Y'all go get drunk with the good old boys and attack those people. Y'all burn crosses on their lawns, burn down their houses and burn down their churches and hang them in trees and shit. That's some white people shit. That's what white people do. That's some racist, racial hatred shit. Black people don't do that. So stop your goddamn lying, Matt Cunnifant. Stop lying on your brother Larry. Because brother Larry is not a racist. Now, I have to keep it real. If you a racist, I probably want to bury my foot so far up your ass that my toes would feel the hot breath from you screaming for help. But that don't make me a racist. That makes me a realist. Because a racist white person is a declared enemy of my people. That's just a fact. You have, if you are a racist white person, you have declared yourself the enemy of my people, so that you don't even deserve to be considered an actual person. You have not evolved into personhood yet. Because if you have evolved into personhood, the one thing that you know as a person is that you treat other people the way that you yourself would like to be treated. Now, if you are a racist white person and judging by the way you treat other people, I can't agree that you have evolved into Homo sapiens sapiens. That's some Neanderthal shit that you're on. So with that, I'm going to end this lesson that there are no racist black people. There are in fact racist white people. And there are in fact black people who react to white racism. Now, you might find a black person reacting to white racism in an extremely violent way, like Brother Omar did in Connecticut when he shot those 8 white people. That is a reaction to white racism. They were being racist to this guy. He had a white girlfriend and he went the fuck crazy and shot up a bunch of you racist white people. That's a reaction. That's not a pro-action. He didn't do that first. First came the racism, then came the reaction to the racism. Let's get it right. Now, if he had did it first, then maybe you could make your case. But you can't make your case when you got racism and then reaction. Okay? Just so you know. Now, if you want to continue this further, you're going to have to make a video to make your point. Peace and black power to my family. And I'll be waiting for your video to Mac Cunny Fun. This is your brother Larry.